project of the Methodist Mission in the Gambia. And as you can see in our surroundings, we now have a lot of fruit trees, which was the primary objective. The first objective of the mission for setting up this farm was to grow food, because there had been drought for a very long time in the Gambia. People were hungry. And to contribute to food security, the mission decided to open the farm, grow food, demonstrate to farmers, small-scale farmers and communities what they can do, the different things they can do in order to augment their household food consumption supply. Jam formed part of the breakfast menu for many families in the Gambia. We have a lot of variety of fruit on the orchard. We have mangoes predominate. That's what you see as soon as you come in, that's what you see. And we have lots more of them than we have any other fruits. So from the mangoes, we would make mango jam, we would make mango chutney and marmalade. But we don't only have mangoes around. We have oranges and lime and grapefruit. So we also make lime marmalade, orange marmalade. We make lime jam. We make a combination, a mix of lime and orange marmalade. We also, until 2 years ago, we had a farm where we grew lots of vegetables. Also on site, we grew lots of vegetables, and that also allowed us to be able to do pepper sauce. In fact, over the years, our pepper sauce actually has become our favorite product. We've also made cashew jam. We've tried our hand at cashew jam because we have lots of cashew trees as well on the premises. Actually, this is not even half of what we do as the Methodist Mission Agri Program. A lot of our work is out in the villages. For example, in the past 1 year, we were implementing a project funded by the European Commission where we worked with 10 communities in the North Bank and the Central River region. And in that project, we supported those 10 communities to restore the natural resources that they have in the communities. They cut down trees because they need more land for farming. And then while they are growing more food to eat, they are also destroying the environment. So we go and work with these communities, show them skills that they can use, practices that they can adopt to revive the forest in those areas, and to help them not only revive the forest, but make use of the forest resources as food for the family and to generate income. We work with them to grow mangoes, to have orchards. And when those mangoes mature, of course, they will eat some, they will sell some to generate income. In other communities, as part of these 10 communities, there were those we worked with to grow wood, fuel wood, trees that would give them wood for fire, not only to make fire, but also to have timber that they will sell, again, to generate income. Yes, teaching them on how to protect the environment. And one of our core activities actually is environmental protection. So we do agricultural production where we show them how to make their horticultural activities more productive, and then we also teach them on how to protect their environment by planting more trees. We have worked with women's groups to help them start their vegetable gardens, where we provide the inputs to set up the garden, we train them, and we dig the wells that they need to use in order to irrigate their produce. We go back, train them on how to market the produce. So we are very actively involved in the food security, environmental production arena sector in the Gambia. We are very well known. Of course, our nursery here in Brikama also has been has been the input for many other orchards that have grown, that have been developed over the years in the Gambia. The quality of our seedlings is very well known. We have introduced a lot of new varieties into the market that we were the first at the time to do. So we are proud of our legacy and how much we have contributed to the development of the Gambia. And we are excited that the opportunities continue to exist for us to contribute to national development. We are planning to renovate the jam factory. We have just completed a mango processing center funded by the Japanese government, where we are hoping to introduce a new product which will be dried fruits. So it will be primarily dried mango that we will package, but we are also hoping to make mixed dried fruits that you can use. Like somebody said, you could even use the mixed dried fruit with oatmeal, and there you have muesli, and the hotels could buy that. So we are looking at other income generating activities that will help us to cover our costs, basic operating costs here. But in terms of our work with our communities, we see an opportunity in the area of women's empowerment, but linked to food security and sustainable livelihood. One of the big problems that are surfacing over the recent years is the problem that women's groups have around ownership of land. The women, as we all know, women of the Gambia, we work very hard. And more so the women in the communities, they work so hard, but then their challenges are daunting. And one of the most important challenges that they have is the land where they grow the food for the farm, to feed their own individual families, but also to feed the communities. In many communities, the women have to go and beg to be allowed to grow the food on a piece of land. This land never belongs to them as a group, as a group of women serving the community. Somebody can just wake up one day and say, I need that land back, it belongs to me, I need to use it for something else. And there it goes, an opportunity. What used to be an asset for them now is no longer there. So we want to take that up together with other partners in the field to advocate for access to ownership and control of productive assets, and not only land, because machinery is a problem for women, access to credit is a problem for women especially. So we want to be advocates for women to improve their access, ownership and control of productive assets, including land and credit, as I mentioned. To continue to help them grow vegetables. But what we see in the next 5 years for us is not only stop at growing the vegetables, but help them to transport the vegetable, the harvest, to markets where they will make good money. Because another challenge they face is, yes, they've grown the vegetables. By the time they get to a market, it has all perished, because they wait there for the donkey cart to come, they pack it on the donkey cart. That will take about 2 hours before it gets to the lumo, which happens once a week. And it's so hot that by the time the produce gets to the market, maybe half of it has already gone bad, and they have to sell it off at a cheap price. Or the other alternative being, a middleman comes to the village, tells them, I want to buy your vegetables, pays them a very small amount of money, and then goes and makes huge profit out of it, out of their own sweat. So we want to be able to help them access the markets. We want to be able to help them start their own very small businesses at the village level. Maybe do some small savings which they will use to lend each other to start a business and so on, linking them more to microfinance institutions that operate in the country. We are looking at safety net, protection, disaster risk management as another new and exciting area where we feel that with our past